Please remember that information and advice provided on this podcast is based off my personal experiences as a young girl with ADHD. Although I do analyze, mention, and cite valid peer-reviewed sources, my podcast is not a replacement for professional medical advice. If you have concerns or questions regarding your own amazing brain and mental health, please talk to a medical provider. I'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners and custodians of the land on which I speak to my listeners today, the peoples of the Kulin Nation. I also pay my respects to their elders, past and present. I'd also like to acknowledge that sovereignty was never ceded. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lucy Pod. I hope that you are all well. Today's episode of the Lucy Pod is going to be a marvellous two-parter, so stay tuned for part 2. It will be coming out very soon. Today's episode is going to be a very enjoyable and dynamic conversation with a very special guest. We're going to talk about being a young girl in the medical field with ADHD, the Black community and mental health, vocal stims, physical stims, and so much more. Today's special guest is Miss Lois, an amazingly talented and intelligent woman who is in her final year of her nursing and paramedicine degree, and who was recently diagnosed with ADHD and who has embraced it full throttle and is using her Instagram account at It's Nursing Student Low to educate and empower young girls and women about being a Black girl in the medical field. She has proved that ADHD, especially Black ADHD girls, can do anything. Please do not forget to follow the Lucy Pod wherever you're listening. If you're listening on Spotify and Apple, give me a 5-star review. And follow me if you're listening to me on Amazon or Google Podcasts. And do not forget to follow me on Instagram and Facebook at the Lucy Pod. You can also find at It's Nursing Student Low on Instagram. Enjoy the episode. Do my introduction. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Lucy Pod. I have a very, very special guest with me today, the lovely Miss Lois, who is a nursing and paramedic student and has a fantastic Instagram account called It's Nursing Student Low. It's a long name, and make sure to go follow her. She talks about her experiences in nursing. She gives great tips and creates great content, and we're going to talk about being girls with ADHD. I'm going to interview her.
Thank you for having me on here.
My pleasure. My absolute pleasure. So tell us about yourself. What are your hobbies, your interests, what you're studying? Tell us about yourself.
Okay, so as Lucy mentioned, I am Lois. I'm 21 years old, and like she said, I am studying nursing and paramedicine at ACU. I'm in my last year of my degree, so let's hope we get
almost there.
Oh, almost. I have my nursing parastudent account as well, and I do that alongside, so that's one of the hobbies that I've got. I also like to do aerial silks, if you know what that is. Yes.
Oh.
No? Yes.
No, tell me about that.
Yeah, so if you guys don't know what aerial silks is, it's basically, it's a type of exercise where you have like these silks coming down from the ceiling.
Yeah. Yes, I do. Yes, and it looks like
and stuff.
Yes. Every time I watch Real Housewives, they do that as like an exercise. They go in full glam and they're like, yeah, we're gonna do it, and then they just end up sitting in there bitching. And it looks like so much fun.
It's so fun. I love it. It's so fun.
Oh.
I used to hate, or still do kind of hate heights and things, but it's just so freeing when you're in the air and you know what you're doing. It's like, okay.
And you're in a cocoon. You're in a little cocoon. It looks so much. I want to do it.
I love it. So, yeah, I do that on the side.
Nice.
And what else do I do? I've started, like, reading my books again of recent. Oh, and I have a pet named Loki. He's a cat.
Loki.
A terror.
Oh, Loki, like after the Marvel. Oh, okay, nice.
I think Nick and I agreed that we name him after the god, but a lot of people, as soon as we say Loki, everyone's like, Marvel character? I mean, I guess.
I guess. Like, not really. We're not that tacky. Like, I named my dog Thor. No, I haven't named my dog Thor. That is appalling. So tell us a bit about your degree. What is that like? Because it's a double degree, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Double degree. So essentially it's So we have a nursing aspect and we also have a paramedicine aspect. So when I first started, you go through the basics of like your fundamentals of essentially just how to talk to people and going through very basic assessments of what you do when you first meet a patient and things like that. And then as you progress through the years, you kind of go into the specifics of certain management skills, like, I don't know, maybe setting up IV lines or assessing a patient in terms of mental health assessments and things like that.
Yeah.
It's really great. I love it. It's great because you have the nursing aspect. So when you go into the paramedicine aspect, you're really good to have that assessment side. Whereas going into nursing, you've got that in the paramedicine aspect, the prioritizing and being fast and time critical with things. So it kind of really interrelates. But then in saying that, there's some things that you can do in nursing that you can't do in paramedicine.
Right.
So like, for example, cannulating, which is when you put the needle in someone's arm to give them medication.
Yum. Yum. That sounds great.
The little plastic that we put in.
Love that.
You can do that by yourself without any credentials as a paramedic. Well, obviously as a paramedic, you're qualified to do it. But as a nurse, you have to do a specific, qualifying course for the hospital to do that. So,
nice.
Yeah.
And where are you studying? You're at ACU? Correct me if I'm wrong. You're at ACU. Nice.
I am.
Love that. My dad studied at ACU. They do teaching there. They've got a really great teaching and nursing course. They've got one of the, I think one of the best. I think it's one of the best for nursing. Everyone wants to go to ACU. It's got a good rep. No, it's got a really good rep. Like, I know a lot of people from my school, when they were going to do nursing, like, I really want to get into ACU because it's so good. And they look after you, apparently. They
do. And you find as well on placement even, like I've had a few nurses say to us whenever we're on placement, oh, we always love you ACU students. And I'm not trying to be like, oh yeah, ACU's better than everyone, because everyone's got their own experience and everyone, comes to the table with what they've got.
Yeah.
But yeah, quite a few nurses are always like, oh, we really like you ACU students. You're always on the ball. And I don't know if it's just ACU's way of teaching us or if they're just much stricter for us. I have no clue, but yeah.
That's nice. A little bit of shade. No, I'm kidding. There's no shade. I just don't know any about other nursing courses. It's like, it's ACU. Like, it's the good one. It's the proper one. It's a good course. It is a good course. They've got a good one. Like, I used to always want to be like a doctor and a nurse. And then I realized it's just not for me.
And that's okay.
It's just... But I would love to do it because it seems like so much fun, but I know that I would like put an air bubble in someone. Like, I would absolutely kill somebody. I would kill someone. Like,
but I go through phases where I'm like, is this actually what I want to do? Or like, do I actually like this course? Like, do I want to...
You better decide soon because you're in the final year.
It's a bit late to back up now.
Yeah. Are you going to do a master's or you don't need to? You're just going to go straight into like... your area?
That's a good question, because it really just depends on what grad year I get at the moment. So it depends if I go down the nursing route.
Yeah, route.
Either way, if I go down nursing or paramedicine, I think that if I go down paramedicine, I might do like a master's in teaching, because for me, if I was to ever, expand more in that area, I feel like I'd go down the teaching mentoring field.
Nice.
Rather than qualifying to like
a midwife or something.
Paramedic. Yeah.
Nice.
But then if I was to go down the nursing field, then I'd probably do my master's and become like a nurse practitioner or something like that. Yeah.
That is very cool. Yeah. That is so cool. That is very cool. All right, so we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of things. Not that it's... I mean, it is nitty-gritty. So, one of my questions was, when were you diagnosed with ADHD and what was that like? What made you get the diagnosis?
Yeah, so this is where I bring up the book.
Get the book. Lois took notes, you guys. She wrote like a little script and I was like, it's a conversation. She's like, I took notes.
Straight through the book.
Yeah.
No, well, I got diagnosed last year, actually. Like, literally, no joke, I would say a month before my wedding.
Oh my God, yes, and you're married as well. Congrats. Yes. Yeah, I've got to mention that.
Thank you.
It's so cool. That's so cute. I love that.
Thank you. So, yeah, it was a lot because I was planning a wedding and then on top of that going through a whole process of getting diagnosed. It wasn't a long process per se, the actual getting diagnosis, but coming to the point of figuring out should I get assessed was the longer part of the process, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it kind of like, throughout my whole life, from my memory, I've always just been a very, forgetful person, very impulsive with my moods and how I act on my moods a lot. I was always, like, confident and out there, but I always felt like I had to mask that, because whenever I came home, I just completely was not that person. And, like, it just... I always felt like something was off, and I feel like a lot of people who are diagnosed at a later age feel like that quite a lot. Like, I just forgot what I thought process was.
Look at the notes.
Yes.
Look at your notes. It's okay if you forget. It's fine.
Hold on. Yes. I feel like a lot of us, we feel like something is off as we grow older, or just when we look back at ourselves.
And you can't put your finger on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So I was always just like, there's something off. And I always had trouble as well with school, concentrating on things, putting like my focus into things. Like, don't get me wrong, I wasn't a high achieving student, but I wasn't a bad achieving student.
Yeah.
I just always could not, for the life of me, no matter how hard I tried, could not get the high scores, and found it so hard to stay focused on tasks. Like, even every parent teacher interviews, I always remember, like, I'd always get told by the teacher, Lois is so distracting, not just to herself,
but to others. I used to get that too. I used to get the whole, like, Lucy is not only disruptive and ruining, the learning environment for herself, but it's also for others. And it's like, are you more worried that I'm distracting other students?
Exactly.
Or, like, me? It was always that. And on the report, when they had, like, the little dot of, like, behaviour in class, it was always, like, to be improved. Needs to be improved.
Every single time.
Yeah. I got the same. Like, I was disruptive. But it's the word disruptive, it has such a negative connotation, because it implies that there's some malice behind it, that I was purposely, like, trying to ruin people, where it was just, I just like to talk to people a lot, which is distracting and isn't right. But it's like, I was, little, and I didn't know that I was being disruptive, and it's got this really, like, sort of malicious back to it of, and, like, you purposely go out and distract. It's like, I've got no self-awareness.
I'm sorry. I really don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. No, but it's really that, and they make out as if you're just plotting, and it's like, no, I'm 5.
No, I'm literally surviving, but I just can't. If I'm not interested in that that topic or whatever you're talking about, I'm not going to pay attention to it.
Yeah, same.
How hard you want me to try, like, even with certain, like, topics at uni, it's the same. Like, unless I hate being in class and having to do stuff, because I know I'm not going to learn. I'm just going to get too distracted with trying to talk to other people or figure out, okay, should I be doing this or should I be doing that? Everyone else is doing this.
I'm the same. If I find something hard or boring, I give up on it. And it's a bad quality, but I'm the same. It's like, I had a subject at uni that I really didn't like. And instead of just, like, bearing and gritting and bearing it was only for a semester, I was like, nah, I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not, like, I can't, I won't, and that's it. And I don't,
Literally. And another thing for me as well, another reason why I kind of just didn't even think ADHD, I grew up kind of just not really understanding a lot about mental health. And I think that's just surrounding the culture that I grew up in, things like that. It was only really until, like, probably even, like, year 12 that I actually started thinking a bit more about, maybe ADHD, I don't know. Kind of was on and off about it. Because, like I said, it wasn't always talked about, and it wasn't really something that I even really knew much about as well in terms of diagnosis, the different types, what it actually entails. It's not just, that kid over there is super hyperactive and gets angry all the time.
That boy over there, because there was boys. That boy over there. A lot more. It's like a lot of people are like, like, I know someone who's ADHD. It's this boy. It's like, I don't care. I'm not interested. Like, love you, ADHD was, but it's like, we know they exist, but, like, we know, like,
we saw it all our lives.
Yeah, like, we're aware. And, like, they were praised. Like, boys who are hyperactive at school, it's like you give them sports scholarships, and, like...
Literally.
Boys with ADHD get sports scholarships and get encouraged. Like, he's an out there boy, he's energetic. And then when it's us, it's like, she's really bossy.
She's really bossy. She just doesn't, like, stay focused.
She's in your face.
She's so, like, rude or, like, say something out of context and everyone's like...
You're really rude. It's like, no... That's so you thought something was off. So then what was the process like for you getting diagnosed? Was it really like hard to get tested, or was it like, nah, I found an appointment and it was good to go?
Yeah, so when I did get diagnosed, so I was living in Ballarat for 2 years, and I stayed in Ballarat between the time COVID started. So that's where my symptoms, I guess you could say, is that what you?
Yeah, your symptoms, yeah.
Still a bit of a learning progress for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it kind of got really exacerbated during that time, because online learning, being away from my parents or my family for a long time.
Yeah.
And not seeing my now husband for quite a long time as well. And just, I was living with the same people for quite a few amount of times as well. So just so many things were happening. And I'm just like, well, I am not doing well.
Yeah.
And I saw a psychologist a few times during that time. Not much really came out of it. So then I was like, I think I should probably see a doctor and, see if I can get a mental health plan. And then I started talking to him a bit more about my health history and things like that. And this was probably when I saw the doctor about seeking a diagnosis. This would have been, I think, around August, September, because I booked for October. So I went to go see the doctor, talked to him about the situation. He's like, all right, actually, let's probably book you in for a psychiatrist appointment. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I mean, sure.
Like, okay, I'm that sick, all right? Like, I need to see someone. All right. Okay.
On the bricks.
Yes. I love that. That's such an ADHD thing, just screaming TikToks. Like, vocal stimming, like, just out of the blue. Like, I'll do that at work. Sometimes the co-workers are like, yeah, that's great, Lisa. Like, it's a TikTok, Yeah, like, okay. So, yeah, as you were saying, they were like, you're sick. Go see her.
Well,
they were like,
I think because I was so unaware as well of how in-depth I was going about my history, and I didn't really fully understand ADHD, I think the doctor kind of was like, hold up, this is all starting to, match the lines.
Tick,
and also, within my family as well, we do have a history. People very close to me are ADHD and autistic. So at that point, when I said that to the doctor, I think that's when he was like, all right, let's actually probably just see.
Yeah. It runs in the family. It truly does. Like, so many people, like you see parents who are like, I never knew my daughter was autistic. And it's like, have you looked in the mirror?
Yes.
Or like my dad's ADHD, and it's like, have you looked in the mirror? Like, have you looked? Like, he was completely like, nah, she's not ADHD. Like, to my mum, she's just like me. Yeah.
Yes,
she's just like you. Off the planet. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there are so many people who, I recently may have found out that they are ADHD, and then, I find out that someone else in their family is ADHD, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. It is, it runs in the family. Like, I'm prepared to have ADHD children. Like, I know I probably will, and I'm okay with that. I'm set.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So then we went through trying to figure out, do I pay a whole bunch of money to go see a psychiatrist and go through the whole diagnosis process? At the time, I still am, but very, very broke uni student.
Yeah.
I do not have any more than, $300 or more to pay for, and probably extra money as we go, to get through a few sessions to figure out if I have ADHD.
Do you not?
I just didn't have the money. I also didn't really necessarily have much of the time because of uni and getting married. Yeah. So I was just like, no.
Yeah, and I don't think a lot of people do. Like, even people who aren't at uni, who are working, don't have the money as well. Yeah, like, it's a lot of money. Like, I don't even remember the amount. My mum said it in an episode we did together, how much he spent overall. And I'm like... Yeah. Like, that's as much as you would pay for your kids' teeth. Like, when parents are like, we had to take them to, get a whole reconstruction. It was like that, around that realm of money, which is insane. It's insane, especially if you can't afford it. It's insanity. Yeah.
And it's terrible because then, I'll probably get into this a bit later, but it just leaves so many people undiagnosed. Yeah, because they can't afford it. And it's just terrible. Yeah. Absolutely terrible.
It's wrong. It shouldn't be like a gamble of, should I waste money or should I just do it and see anyway? It should be a lot easier. It should be covered by the NDIS, because apparently ADHD isn't a thing that should be on the NDIS. They're like, autism's on there, autism's on there, but they're like, ADHD,
That's really odd.
Yeah, they don't think you're fruity enough. They literally think it's like, they think, autism is like valid and so it should be on there, but ADHD, it's like,
wow.
no, you will not be, and it should be, it should be so much cheaper. It should be,
NDIS, system.
Like go off, like do absolutely nothing. It should be means tested. If you can afford, like you reach a certain threshold, then you pay the full amount, and then if you earn below a certain amount, then you shouldn't have to pay, or you should have a discount. Like it shouldn't be.
Absolutely.
It shouldn't be so outrageous. I agree. I agree.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
There you go. I learned something new.
Yeah, it's shocking. So what was it like getting tested? Did you do a questionnaire? Did you have to do like the whole, what does this picture show? Because that's the sort of testing I underwent. It was like, what is this photo? And I'm like,
interesting.
A book?
Yeah, so what happened was, in the end, he actually suggested what is called, it's like a telehealth type of diagnosis process, and it's called Docatella. I'm not sure if it's a universal thing within Victoria, but they have like a clinic of doctors and psychiatrists and things like that, depending on what you're going in for. Obviously, I was going in for a psychiatrist appointment, so he booked me in for the psychiatrist that I was going to see, and we did it over telehealth. So I had to fill out a few questionnaires and go through a few things before I actually had the appointment. Then I had the appointment, and that went on for like around an hour and a half or so.
Whoa.
A bit longer than that.
Okay.
Yeah. And after that, I still had to do a few more like forms and things after that. And then I had my final appointment, and that's when like I got my formal diagnosis and everything like that as well. During that session as well, I did get written up for Ritalin too. So I was like, oh, okay, this is a shock. Oh, what?
Yeah, like here's some meds. Like you will not be able to manage this with like to-do lists and meditation. Like here's some medication. Like, I was the same. They're like, she should be medicated. And my parents were like, oh. And
But also, psychologist appointments as well was starting. Like I started to get that organised too, along with the meds. So it wasn't just like, oh yeah, take that.
Yeah, yeah. So it was a.
Yeah. So all of that did not cost me anything. It was all through bulk bill. So
good.
Amazing.
Oh, good. Thank God for bulk bill. Thank God.
I did feel a lot of imposter syndrome going through that process though, because a lot of like other people that I had talked to, obviously when they went through why am I going blank? When they paid to see a psychiatrist and had more appointments, they went through a bit more of a longer process compared to me. And I was like, oh gosh, maybe I'm not ADHD. But then I had a bit of a read and went on a bit of a search around, and quite a few other people have had the same sort of diagnosis process as well. So I was like, okay, maybe it's okay.
I should be here.
Fine.
Yeah. My previous guest, actually, Jasmine, we did an episode because she got diagnosed late and she had a similar process to you.
Yeah.
Hers was actually even simpler. She went to, I think it was a psychologist, if I remember, and she had to fill out a questionnaire. Like hers was super brief, like super breezy, and she was shocked that mine went over a period of a few weeks, my process. So, it varies. It depends on who and where you're at. Obviously, I think with a child, they do a lot more. And there's a lot of a bigger process because then they have to talk to the parents, the teachers. Whereas when you're an adult, it's kind of, there's less like administrative like BS to go through.
And I think as well, people have to take into consideration, not everyone, I'm not saying this about myself, but not everyone is in contact with their family anymore. So if they don't have access to their family to get information of what they were like as a child, you're pretty much relying on their immediate people in their life at the moment to give you information.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
And there's a lot of parents who don't want their child to be diagnosed. Like I know I've had people in my life who were diagnosed, but then the parents were like, well, she's been diagnosed, that's it. Let's not talk about this further. You've got it. And then that's it. And, oh, Mum, I want to go on medication. Well, you don't need medication. You're fine.
And see, that is so detrimental.
Yeah.
Because, I know for a fact for me, me starting medications is not something that I've always told everyone, but I'm starting to be a bit more open about it because it's the same thing. Why would it, so I feel like I've heard you use this example in your podcast.
Yeah.
The whole, using, you're diabetic and you need insulin.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need that for physical body.
Yeah. Yeah. It's life-saving treatment. No, it is. And so is medication. Like, people who take antidepressants, it's like, oh, yeah, you should take antidepressants because it'll make you happy. Like, take that. But then when it's ADHD, it's like, are you sure she should be taking them? Has she tried going for a walk?
Absolutely.
Has she tried doing karate? It's like,
what?
What?
She just tried going to
therapy. And it's like, yeah, and the therapist recommended she take meds.
Yeah, literally.
Literally.
And I think people get this, like, obscured idea that stimulants work in the same way that it does for everybody
For
else.
neurotypicals, it doesn't.
I would literally be drinking coffee, or I'd have an energy drink, and I'd still be super tired. I just want to go sleep.
Yeah, it's that's the thing. It works the opposite. If you gave Ritalin to a neurotypical, they would be high. They would be high because it's speed. They would be absolutely off their face. But with us, obviously, the way in which the chemicals work, and if people, cared to read anything instead of like going off of WhatsApp and Facebook, they would know that the chemicals in our brain respond differently to methamphetamines, and therefore it makes us focus. Like, as if they would be prescribing us speed if it was making us hyper. Like, that's a conspiracy theory. It's an outright conspiracy theory, and it's baseless. Like, there's nowhere that it says that. Nowhere.
Exactly.
No.
And psychiatrists and doctors know it's a Schedule A drug. They have to be careful with how they're describing it. It has to go through a whole process even for it to actually prescribe to the actual patient.
I had to go through loops and hoops. I had to see it because at the time that I was diagnosed, I was still underage, so I had to see a pediatrician. And my parents were really reluctant for me to be medicated. They were like, oh, maybe we'll put her on it later. Like, she's still a bit young. And it was ultimately my decision, but we had to talk to a pediatrician. We had to talk to the psychiatrist, all of that to get it done. Like, they don't just prescribe it because, to be honest, doctors and specialists don't want to go through, like, a legal issue of prescribing medication and then someone dies or doesn't need it. Doctors don't need to have, like, audits done. So they're very, very particular. Like, in fact, they're even reluctant to medicate, I would say.
Exactly.
I feel like it's harder to get medication from doctors. Even when you've got a cold, they're like, you don't need antibiotics. Like, but I feel like I'm dying. Yeah, drink water. It's like, no, give me the drugs. Give me the drugs.
Literally.
Give me the drugs. Yeah, they're so reluctant, and it's bull. It's absolute bull that they just prescribe it. That's a lie.
No,
it's a lie.
It's absolutely dumb. Like, you have to go, like, you literally have to get it approved for you to actually even prescribe it to the patient. And that's what I had to talk with my doctor, because I'm like, you're prescribing me, because I was going through the motions. I was like, is this actually? He's like, yeah, we have to go through a whole process before it can actually be prescribed to you. I can't just go write it out and then you go get it. Like,
absolutely not.
Just has to send a form out and all of this jazz and make sure that it's actually safe for you to take it.
It's a therapeutic need. Exactly. It needs. It literally says in the diagnostic criteria for medication, you must ensure that there is a therapeutic need for the patient to be taking the medication.
Yes.
You have to.
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely. No,
so
it's true.
I'm always just like, look, I don't need your opinion about what meds I'm taking. No. It helps me. I feel like I've been a better person since I've started it, and a lot of people that I haven't told about, they've seen a change in my, not personality, what's it called?
Your state,
attitude.
your attitude, your overall well-being. It makes a difference.
And way outgoing? No, oh my gosh. What's the word? Overall outlook.
Outlook and being, it changes you. It does change you, and not in a bad way. Like, it's not like, even normal drugs like LSD, oh no, they can alter your personality. I shouldn't speak on LSD because I don't know, but people think that it's like a personality changer, and it's like, ADHD is not my personality, therefore the medication wouldn't be changing my personality at all. Like, I'm still annoying, I'm still the same, I'm still a nut. Like, no medication will get rid of that. As much as my parents you need to stop talking, that no medication is gonna it's not.
Literally.
None of it. So I was going to ask you, the other question is, what was it like navigating with your parents and your friends and your husband with the diagnosis? Like, were they like, yes, do it? Or was it like, no, you don't need it, you're fine, you're just forgetful? What was that like?
More so my friends were really accepting about it. They were like, oh yeah, cool. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I haven't really had anyone like in my close friend circle who have been opposed to the idea. I think it's just when I might like casually drop it to someone that I'm not super close with, and they're like, "Oh, really? Okay." And they make like a face, and it's just like, oh. Right. Damn, okay.
I don't know why I told you that. I was trying to like be open with you, but thank you for making me feel stupid.
Thanks. Yeah, literally. But like that doesn't really bother me. I'm just like, all right, well, I don't really need your opinion. I literally have my close family and friends who accept me for who I am, so
it doesn't matter. Yeah.
That's all I need.
Yeah. Your problems with me are not my problems. It's on you. It's on you.
And Mitch, he was super understanding, like amazing.
Yeah, he doesn't care. Because I get a lot of that. People are like, how is Trent about you being ADHD? I'm like, he doesn't care. He doesn't care, like, at all.
So he was like, this whole time, you've been pretending to be neurotypical.
Cool.
You're also neurodiverse.
There you go. So, yeah, like, and when people go, like, oh, Trent, like, he's so good. Like, it's like, yeah, he is so good. Like, he is wonderful, and I love him a lot, but why is he good? Because, literally, like, I'm ADHD, and it's like, he's so patient with her. He's so good. Like, yeah, like, I'm patient with him. Like, I'm a star. I'm a star. And, yeah, like, you know, he doesn't, I don't even think sometimes he realises, like, he doesn't remember that I'm ADHD. Like, I think the only time he remembers is when I'll, like, say to him, hey, I need you to edit an episode of the Lucy pod. And then he's like, oh, yeah, she has that podcast. And, yeah, she, like... She's ADHD and she doesn't care. Yeah, nah.
No, Mitch is good. He'll be like, he'll notice something's off and just be like, have you taken your meds today? I'm like, okay.
I don't like that. That is something that, and even though people have said it to me, like sometimes even my parents and even Trent have said it to me in a really loving way, I hate it. Yeah. I hate it. It's like, please don't say that to me. Even if like, and obviously, like, maybe I haven't taken my meds, so maybe don't bring that up because I'm going to get annoyed and then I won't take my meds to prove a point. I'll be like, no, I haven't taken my meds and I'm not going to.
And what you going to do?
And what you going to do? You're going to force me? Because I don't have to take my meds. I don't have to, yeah. I hate that. So what is it like? Because I know what it's like being with a neurotypical guy and being ADHD. What is it like being with another neurodiverse person? Is it like sometimes, oh my God, like I can't bear with his traits. And then he's sometimes like, oh, I can't, like, what is that like? What's the balance? Are you the one who's just...
Right on the ball, sister. It's great, but also communication-wise, sometimes
it's a bit
we're just not on the same ballpark with it. It's a work in progress, but it's good though because we both understand that. So we both are always putting work towards that because we know, okay, we both aren't great at communication and that's what we need to go through and that's what we need to work on. However, we are respectful of each other and how we both feel, and you know that's always something that we always come down to. That's always something that we've always been really good at. So it's really good. But yeah.
I like that. I love that because I feel like I would be too intense for another ADHD person. Like I feel like they would be like, they'd be like, oh my God. And I feel like if I had like an autistic partner and they were sort of on the end of kind of not being so out there, they would be like, oh, far out. Like you are just, you're mad. And I would be like, you're not mad enough. Like be more intense, but like not too much. I feel like Trent and I balance each other out. Like I do his head in and he is a very good listener. Yeah. And then he sometimes does my head in and I'm like, oh my God, are you like info dumping? Like, those are for girls only. Those are for girls only. Remind me of your gender. Those are for girls only. So what is it like? I've always wanted to ask this because I believe everyone who's ADHD can be in whatever field, and I think that they can be in the field of science. What is it like being ADHD in the medical field? Because I'm dyscalculic, so there's no way in hell I'm going to do anything scientific or medical ever. It won't happen for me. So what is it like not probably being dyscalculic and being in the medical field? How is that?
Yes. So I feel like my interest in the medical field really, really helps me actually put my effort into focusing and studying and doing things. However, in saying that, that's also something that when you did your podcast on dyscalculia, I was like, hey, I should actually go have a squiz because I've always had trouble with maths. Maths has always been my weakest link. and even in uni, like there's still certain aspects where I'm like, oh gosh, I've forgotten the equation to this. But then I remember it and then I do it on my calculator. Like I cannot for the life of me do maths in my head. I have to do it.
I have to count. Like if people are like, what's 5 plus 5? I'm like,
counting with my fingers.
Like no, I'm the same. Or even when people like give me change and like I put it into the system and I'm like, oh, I thought the change would have been like that, but it's clearly not. Like,
Literally. So even though I'm not, formally diagnosed with dyscalculia, and I don't know if I do, I can't say that. But it's just that's one of my weakest link. That's one of my
weak points.
Weak points. That's
weak points. Yeah.
That's one of my weak points. With this career path, and I think memory as well. Like if I for example, let's just go with an exam. I can put my mind to it and I'll study for it and keep going at it. But if I'm not, physically and always going through my cards or through my cue cards, I'm going to forget. I'm just going to forget. I don't have it plastered around like my room or something, or I don't have it somewhere visually for me to see.
So you're more of a visual. So because I can't do cue cards. If I do cue cards, I have to verbalize it. Like anytime I'm revising, it has to be verbal. So I'll either record everything I know, like I'll speak it, or I'll like get my parents or something and be like, I'm going to tell you everything about like this topic that I'm doing.
Yes.
And I need to say it because if it's like on a piece of paper, it doesn't, like it won't go in.
See,
I can't.
With the cue cards, I have to say it out loud, like what you're saying.
Yeah.
So if I have it, I'm not just like reading it, I'm kind of just
you have to verbalize. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I can't and I envy people who can just look and go, yeah, cool. Yep, got that. I envy those people. I'm not even like angry with them. I just envy them and I just want to talk. Like I just want to talk. I just want to talk. Like people who have photographic memory shouldn't be allowed at university. Controversial take. If you have a photographic memory, you should be excluded from tertiary studies. You should be excluded. Unpopular opinion, you should be excluded and we should be able to take your place. Hot take. You shouldn't be allowed. You should be banned. I'm going to get so much hate for this. People are like, are you serious? My brother has a photographic memory and he's very smart. Yeah, good for your brother. I don't care.
It's odd because I'll remember like the most randomest things at times as well.
Same.
Like I'll remember it like literally back to back and just be like, oh yeah. This and this and this happened.
And people are like,
sorry,
what? Yeah, no, it's like almost having dementia. You know how some people have dementia, they don't remember anything like day to day, like, oh, I came and visited you, but then they can tell you like a whole war poem from years ago. Like my grandmother was like that. Like we'd come and visit her, on a Monday, and then on the Tuesday she was like, did you visit me? And then she's like, back in Istanbul where I was born in, blah, 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 I remember the house and what it looked like. And I'm like, how do you remember? But it's the same for us. Like I can't remember anything really immediate, but I'll remember something from like
literally
way back that no one else cared to take note of. And it's not really that relevant. Like, do you remember that day like I wore that pink dress? And it's like, oh, okay, I do.
Literally.
I do.
Like to Mitch, like we'll be having a completely different topic of conversation.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, so Harry Styles, and he's like, why?
Why? Or I'll repeat things, like I'll retell a story and I'll tell it in the same way, and then obviously my friends are nice enough to let me finish and they go, you told us that already.
Yeah.
Oh, did I? Okay, well, anyway, and they'll like add in the same comment, and I do that all the time. Like it's my dad, every time I repeat something, he like counts how many times. He goes, 3 times you've told me this.
I love it.
3 times. I'm like, and I'm going to tell you another 3 times.
You know it.
And again, and I will continue to tell you. So the other thing I was going to ask you about is online learning. How did you find that? Is ACU good with sort of student accommodations, like with ongoing support? Like, do you get extra time with things? Do you get any sort of additional help? What are they like, and what were they like in the pandemic?
So I haven't gone too much in depth with it, but I know that they do have, I think they have a program specifically as well for people with special needs or just need a bit more just help in that area. They have really good academic skills and people there as well who are really, really good to like just take the time and help you write your assignments or just look over your assignments and things like that.
That's great.
I know that with you can apply for like your special considerations and things. I got quite a few of that towards the end of last year.
Yeah.
And that really helped me kind of just take the time to write through my things. Because with me, I used to just start it really, really, really early because I knowing for myself I'm going to start it real late.
Yeah.
And then,
yeah, and then it's hell on earth and everyone's like helping you finish it the night before and you're in tears and it's like, you should have done this early and you're like, I know, and you're at the computer like, I know. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. No, I'm the same. I have to start it early. Like, even if it's due at the end of the semester, it's like, let me do it now. Let me start
it now.
Yeah.
I need to have a look at it now. Otherwise, I know I'm going to keep dragging it on, but at least if I've started it, I know I can kind of pick up from where I left off. Yeah. But yeah, they're really good in that aspect from what I know. I haven't done too much research into it per se, but from what I have heard, from what I've seen, they've got quite a few, I guess, like I said, programs, assistance where possible and where needed.
That's good. How did you find online learning? Because I did a whole series about how much I hated it and how much I struggled. I really, like, half of the reason when I would go and see my psychologist, she was like, what's bothering you? I'm like, I freaking hate online uni.
Yeah.
Like, nothing else is really bothering. Like, obviously the pandemic made things a lot worse, but it was like, you know, I can't even enjoy uni. It's not even an escape for me because uni used to be my, like, escape. I used to love going to uni and now it's become this, like, punishment. Like,
Yeah.
got to get up and go to class on my computer. Like, no. Yeah, I hated it. So how did you find it? Hated it too?
Well, for like someone like in the medical field especially, you need to at least have hands-on experience.
And be practical,
The first year of COVID, we had no practical classes until like mid-semester where we had like a few weeks of like intensives. But even that was just so overwhelming because we learned all this theory, did it like Zoom classes and things like that. And then all of a sudden, chucked in the deep end and doing all this like prac work. And we're just like...
Yeah. What the heck? Yeah.
And just staying focused for me, nah. You could not catch me. And I would literally be sleeping in some classes.
Oh, yeah, no. I was the same. I used to have my computer here, like my laptop, and then on my desktop, I was playing Sims. Like, literally, I was playing The Sims, and, like, the teacher would be like, okay, Lucy, what do you think about, you know, this passage? And I'm like, hold on, my Sim's having a baby. Wait.
Hold on.
No.
Make them married real quick.
Yeah, I need to get them married. I need to, like, do a mother load cheat so I can get a really big house. Like,
so I can start off.
Yeah, like, start off. Or I'm actually doing the Rags to Riches challenge, so could you give me a sec? My Sim is at work and she needs to make money. I was on my computer or I would just be watching YouTube videos. I would literally watch YouTube videos and nothing would go through. Like, I'd hear the end tail to a certain, you know, point made and it was just like, nah, not engaged. Not engaged.
I would literally, like, there was obviously the classes where I had to pay attention to.
Yeah.
Like, I had to...
You have to care a bit.
Suck it up.
Yeah.
But I would feel so exhausted afterwards. Like, I thought, oh, maybe I just didn't get enough sleep. But I'm just like, no, it's because I'm trying to literally put all my, like, energy into trying to focus to this class that I do enjoy, but just I don't have the capacity for it.
I know, and it was exhausting because I used to go. I'm quite good with my energy levels. I think. I mean, with COVID, I don't know if it's changed, but I used to go to uni. I could do a whole day of uni, and I was set to go. And then by having a 1 hour class at let's say 9 o'clock till 10 o'clock, I'd be out of it for the rest of the day. Literally. Like, I'd be exhausted. I'd be like...
Literally.
Fuck, like...
it's all gone now.
Like, I'm done. Like, that's it. Or when there were classes where it was, like, even 2 hours... After the hour, that was it. That was absolutely it because I just couldn't do it.
I literally couldn't. Like, I literally was like... A lot of the learning that I did was not all through uni. It was all just at my own time, at my own pace, watching maybe like YouTube videos from nurses, like giving their own spiel on how to go about certain things or certain pathophysiology and things like that. Like, I just could not for the life of me sit down and do it. Lecture that was pre-recorded.
The pre-recorded. And you know why they're bad, the pre-recorded ones? Because I just used to put them on full speed.
Yes, and just... Literally. Literally, same. I just, no.
And people are like, that's really bad that you did. That's like, what did you want me to do?
But, like, and how else, like, I feel like because they're online, they're pre-recorded, lectures are meant to be interactive.
They're a lecture. You're meant to engage.
Yes, exactly. Yep. Like, I have my questions, but then I forget them by the time I'm actually able to see that lecture in person.
Exactly.
So,
and, like, the out-of-office hours, like, I'm going to email my lecturer. I need to be in person. That's it.
Yes.
It needs to be in person. Yeah.
And
no, I agree.
The atmosphere as well, I feel like it's just lost all of that. Like, my uni is very, very small. So all the lecturers kind of just know each other and they know you as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really good when you're going into lectures and stuff. Like, everyone's there. You're close to everyone. It's cool. It's great.
It's a community. Yeah.
Yeah. Great community. But the second that we're all online, it's just lost all of that. And it's just like, well, okay.
Yeah, it's so bad. Are you back on campus this year or this semester?
Hoping so. With the new variant and everything, I'm not entirely sure what they're planning. Initially last year, I think it was that we will be on class in person for most of our classes, I'm assuming, from memory. But I'm not sure if that's going to change. So
I think
it's not, but I feel like it might be going down.
I reckon we're going to be not on campus this semester.
Yeah.
It's just...
Are you doing your masters? Sorry, I didn't.
No, you're the guest. Yeah. Doesn't matter. I'm doing my masters in semester 2. I'm doing my Master of International Relations.
Yes.
I know I'm very excited with it, and I just hope that in semester 2 that it's on campus because, like, my masters, this is where it gets serious. Like, it needs to be, this is your masters. Like, you can't afford to be like, I'm playing Sims on my computer. So I just hope for my sake and my willpower, it's in person. Because if it's not, I'm going to be playing Sims.
Yeah.
Mum and Dad are going to be listening to this going, are you for real? Like, you played Sims? Like, they thought I was really diligent. And look, I was diligent in a lot of my classes, but there were days and periods where it was like, I'm playing Sims. I'm playing Sims.
That was just the reality of it, really.
Like,
we had so much spare time. It wasn't like you had to go into uni. Like, you were literally in class for, if anything, 1 to 2 hours, and then you had the rest of the day.
And you had the rest of the day to do what? And this was in full-blown lockdown where all you could do was go for a walk. Like, my walks made me manic. They made me mad. And going to the supermarket with Mum. Riveting, hey?
Actually, now that you mention that was completely different for us because living in Ballarat...
Oh, you didn't...
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Restrictions. Now that I remembered, I was like, oh, hold on. I don't really have too much of that. Like, it was tough because I had to do online learning and things like that, but I was still able to go out and, work. Yeah, I think we had retail open for quite some time as well. So I was still, dealing with customers and things like that and interacting with people.
Oh, that makes me happy for you. That makes me happy for you, but angry for us. Like, it was
I didn't like that. I felt like they should have just made all of us stay in the same type of restriction. I feel like it would have just been fair, and also it would have made more sense because everyone was trying to get into regional Victoria. And everyone was worried about...
Everyone was nicking off to the beach and, like, in regional Victoria and going away. And I'm like, why is everyone leaving? And I'm thinking, it's because everyone wants to just be able to, like, go to a restaurant, go shopping and be able to... Yeah. We did not have that. So it was after my uni class... I'm going to go for a walk. Ooh. Oh, and then when Trent comes over, we're going to watch a movie and then go for a walk. I hated walks. They did nothing. And my dad is still convinced that walking does you, like, some good. And maybe it did at a certain point, but when you're doing it every single day for however long we're in lockdown, it makes you manic.
Especially when you have such a limited distance, you can only take a different, like, the same path.
The same path. It was the same path. It gives me chills. It gives me chills when I think about it. I'm
really hoping we don't go down that again.
I can't. I'm telling you, if that happens, I'm getting a bunch of ADHDs and we're going to just have an island. And we're just going to have an island where we can just exist. Because if we do lockdown again, like obviously lockdown was hard for everybody, but statistically it impacted people with disabilities, low-income people, and people who were neurodiverse. It just disproportionately affected us. And
absolutely.
I don't want to go down that route again.
No,
I can't.
no.
I'll go mad. I will go mad. I will drop out. I'll be dramatic. I'll dye my hair. I'll get bangs. I'll get a fringe if that happens. And that means that it's like, it's really serious. It's a very serious.
Yeah, no, and like, you know, you guys have gone through so much. But, I was talking to some of my family as well, and my family had to, well, my dad, he's been working from home, and he's been working from home for like the whole of the pandemic. And I can't even imagine like how he's feeling, you know, having to just stay in the same house, only really going out for walks every now and then. Like, you just go insane.
You go insane, and you start to get angry.
One area for long periods of time. That's not how humans
That's
work.
not healthy. That's what they do to prisoners, because they are being punished. They're being punished. We didn't do anything wrong. We didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, no. It was maddening. And your mind starts to go to places where you're like, oh, yeah, I'll drop out. And you know what? What's the point of even looking for anything to do? Like, why should I even, you know, get dressed today? I'm just going to, and you're like, ooh, don't, can't. You need to get dressed. You can't show up to your Zoom naked, even though someone tried to do that in one of my classes. We got a letter saying, please keep in mind that Zoom classes are still like normal classes. You must not come like naked. Someone came naked, and I'm thinking, amazing. Yeah. Someone came naked, and you know what? If that brought a bit of like spice and energy into their lives, God bless them. Like they came naked or topless, I don't know. And we got a letter being like, be dressed. Please be dressed. Don't be in bed. Like they were in bed naked. And I think that's great. This is an R-rated episode, you guys. Discussions of nudity and such. No, I'm joking. So another question I had was, what are your special interests? I know people like special interests are only like people who are autistic, but I feel like people with ADHD have hyperfixations and special interests. So what are some of yours?
Girlfriend, if you start me on
Harry Styles, tell me. So Harry Styles, One Direction,
medical stuff.
On
a tangent.
Nice.
Get me going. Like,
I love that. I love it.
The second I meet someone who likes Harry Styles, I'm just like,
okay, let me info dump.
Girl, let me just tell you.
Let me just.
And I touched him at this one point in time. He smells really nice with the Gucci perfume.
I love that. I love the Harry Styles fandom. So are those your like staple fixations, and then do you have some that rotate out? Because I've got my usual, but then I've got some that like for a time being, I was really obsessed with multi-level marketing schemes, like anti-MLM videos, like calling out people, and then that's completely disappeared. Like I couldn't care anymore. Do you have any that have like disappeared? Like you had it for a few months and then you're like, nah, I'm good, moved on. Like it doesn't even get boring.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I have. I can't think of any at the moment. Hold up. I think. No, I can't think of any at the moment.
Can't think of any.
No.
Yeah, no, I've had so many. Like you've got your mains and then you've got the ones that just kind of.
Oh no! Why is this so hard? I literally have. No, it's not coming to me.
It's not coming to you. So you've got those, but you've got like...
I've got my mains, and then I've got some that I just search. Or maybe, would The Sims count as one?
Yeah.
Special interest that I get mine out of?
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
Like I go through periods where it's just The Sims. Actually, could that relate to like food and music?
Yeah. Anything can be a special interest.
Like,
yeah.
I go through periods where all I literally just want to eat is icy balls. Or like,
the food one. Yeah, no, I know. Or like a piece of music. And a lot of people are like, oh, but I have that thing where I listen to music. So no, you don't understand it. I don't listen to anything else. It is just that song and that certain bit of the song and nothing else happens. And then when another one comes out, that song doesn't even feature. Like, I don't even...
exist. Like... One of my best friends, she literally is like, you know how on Spotify, I think we're on the desktop, you can see what the last person, like, what they're listening to.
What they're listening to, yeah.
Like, every time I look at it, you're always listening to the last few songs. And I'm like, well, I'm in that phase again.
I'm in that phase again. No, it's true. It's a real thing. My dad and I have it where we'll go through a period where there's a song and then a certain bit of that song, and we just repeat it like in the house, listen, vocal stim it, and then afterwards, like, I've moved on. I've moved on. Like, for 2 weeks, mine was Bonanza by Akon, like that TikTok sound, the hey, and that bit, I kept listening to it and I kept saying it in the house, like around at work, and now I'm like, yeah. Not that I hate it, but it's just not interesting anymore. I'm like, yep, cool.
Yes.
Over that now.
Just like TikTok sayings, like I'll go through a period where all I say is step on the brink.
That was one of my vocal stims, and it used to drive Trent crazy. And another one was the Five Nights at Freddy's, the Jack Black video, where it's like Five Nights at Freddy's, and it was just constantly, and like material girl, and just repeating that. Like I have to say it. I have to.
Say it.
Like, otherwise, no.
Mitch gets like so annoyed sometimes, because sometimes it's just all I say, and then there was a TikTok. We might have to blow this one out. There was a TikTok where it's like,
time to speak. Yeah, we have to blur that one out. We have to. Yeah. The was too time to speak. I love that one. We're blurring that. We have to blur that out.
Because I'm white and I'm like,
I love that one, or the Doja Cat one. Ain't shit, like that whole part. And I used to make Trent, like I would say to Trent, you're gonna sit and listen to me sing this repeatedly, and he would just be like, can you stop? It's like 1 a.m, and I do it at night, like when we're falling asleep, and I keep going and going, and he's like, Lucy, enough. I'm like, hey ladies, stop it down, material girl. Poor thing.
Like, I literally have the H song in my playlist by Doja Cat, and my housemate would literally hate me, because that one part of the song you have to scream out.
No.
You always actually scream it.
It is the same.
Being like, are you okay?
Are you okay? Like, that's enough.
Okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine.
I'm fine. Like, are you okay? Like,
are you Mitch okay? Did he hurt? I'm like, no.
No, like, oh no, it's a genuine thing. Or sometimes I've got an obsession. One of my special interests is the Real Housewives franchise.
Yes.
So there are certain times where, like, we'll be talking at dinner and my mum will say something vaguely related, and I will literally quote the entire scene, and I have to finish it. Like, no one can cut me off. Like, don't cut me off with your laughter. Don't say the line. I need to finish it. Like, let me say the line, and then you can keep going.
And then you can go.
And I have to keep doing it. And I even say it in public to people, even if they don't know what I'm talking about, because I need to say it. I have to verbalize it. I have to, yeah. And people are like, okay, like, good for you. Like, I don't know what that was. Don't know what that thing was, but you can, I'm absolutely the same, and I'm glad, because there are some ADHDs that I talk to, and obviously everyone's different. It's a spectrum. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, what's your vocal stim? Like, I don't have any. I'm like, oh. Yeah, it's like, what's your special interest? It's like, I don't have any. Like, oh.
Like, oh, surely you got something.
Something, like, surely. And then they'll, like, go on a rant about something, and I'm thinking, I think you have a special interest, but you're not aware.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know yet, but you will get there. So we covered the vocal stim question, like, just repeating. Do you have any physical stims? Because I know, again, that's an autistic sort of language, and I don't want to, like, try and compare, but I do feel like people with ADHD stim and fidget. They do.
The ADHD community, I feel like it, like, from what I've read, quite a fair posts talk about physical and vocal stims.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, a physical stim, I feel like every ADHD person I've talked to has it, but the knee thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, which knee thing? Because there's a lot.
Okay. Like I either single-handedly tap one knee.
Yeah.
Or I like bilaterally do one and try to get, like, I don't know how to explain it, but they try to alternate at like different.
Yeah. I do that very discreetly, and I catch myself. Yeah. The knee thing.
Or
Yeah.
if not, if I'm like, because Mitch will be like, "Oh, are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just chilling."
Just chilling.
Or I'll like tap, like I like wiggle my toes in my socks as well.
Yes, I have to do that.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
If I'm really nervous about something and I don't want someone to notice, then I'll be wiggling my toes.
Yeah.
Or if I'm out in public, I like tap my hand behind my back like this.
Ah, interesting. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, I
discreetly, like, really, like, I'll literally just, like, be holding my hand and I'll be, like, one in the other and just tapping it very, very slowly because I'm like, oh, I'm nervous.
Interesting. Yeah, nervous. So, yeah, and you know what's interesting? My stim that I don't even do when I'm nervous, but it's a nervous one, is I bite here. And I like to have my... and people think that that's stress. Like, sometimes Trent will say, are you okay? I'm like, I'm great. Like, I'm
fine. Yeah.
I'm just chewing, like, the skin off my finger. Like, I'm dandy, and I like to do that. It's very calming for me. I love doing that. And it's not because I'm nervous or anything, but when I'm nervous, I do this a lot. As self-soothing, I'll do that, and that helps. Like, if I'm stressed about homework or some task, I'll do that. Or I'll, like, pick at my face, which is not good. Don't pick at your face. But I do that, and I catch myself. And I always have to have something in my hand whenever I'm doing anything. Something needs to be moving in my hand. A pen. I need to be doing something in my hands.